Welcome back, researchers, to the Arcanic Archives. I am, of course, the Archivist, and today I just have some quick games for you in my continued journey to get more practice with Kano before some larger tournaments this year. So just some quick CC games, not pictured, are some tough losses to heavy hitters heroes like Kasai and KO. KO, I get closer to beating him with every game I play, but I still actually haven't pulled out a win against KO yet. They just have the right amount of tools and a lot of damage to outside of magical Christmas land scenarios for us to do a whole lot. And Kasai, I just canoed into a bunch of blues at an inopportune time. But anyways, some quick changes that I've made to the list. I'm screwing around with the amount of Aether Spindles I have. The 3 reds are a given. I've been mostly impressed with the other colors, and I have yellow down here in the sideboard as well. Also on the sideboard, this Singe, which I think I'm going to take out. It's a hedge against Dromai and Kasai with her new specialization, but I think we just want to kill them faster. Like, we want to kill them fast enough so that we don't have to resort to the Singe. Also, I'm back on Swell Tidings and Chain Lightning. These are 2 cards that I've been missing, and in various ways they can be useful. Chain Lightning especially might have earned its place back in the deck, just as a combo extender in the matchups where we have to go wide. Yeah, but it's a super awkward card to draw. But when you Kano it, have it in Arsenal, or D-Pot, Potion of Deja Vu, that is, to play it off the deck, it's so good. So I won't be doing a wrap-up, but suffice it to say, I'm still tinkering with this list, especially the sideboard. I need to do a little more thinking about what cards we need for our tough matchups, like KO and whatnot, and not just stuff that's generically useful, like Yellow Aether Spindle or stuff like that. Other than that, I think that's about it. So we'll jump into the games. Like I said, I hope to have a few more of these out as I get more practice. But anyways, thanks to everybody who's been tuning in, liking our videos, and do please comment with cards you think I should try, plays you think I could have made better, plays you think I should have made instead of the ones that I did. I'm happy to hear your comments, whatever they are. So with that being said, I'm the Archivist, and hope you enjoyed the games. Expecting a disconnect here, Uzuri is often not very prepared for Kano. We put us first. Do we bring in Tunic? Maybe. Let's try like that. Alright, so this is... Oh, they have no AB. Yikes. Okay, so this is pretty good for us. We can sock this tome in Arsenal. Oh, forgot to turn off the Mana Carcass. Banish the Scalding Rain. It's sort of free, whatever. Pitch Tome to play Tome. Probably not, right? I mean, theoretically, it does help us win the game faster. Then let's save the potion, I guess. Okay, so now we're finding some power cards. Alright, so they just do Hurl for 3, go again. No point flicking a dagger this early. And do Isolate. I mean, if they switch into something like... We're not going to block it out anyways, so... Let's see what they do. Okay, it is Humble. We don't really need our hero ability. But, like... I think we do some stuff now, because we just want to play out this E-Pot and Arsenal, like, blazing, right? So let's do stuff now. Banish an Arc. I mean, hey, we can get a Ponder token. Aether Arc has been surprisingly relevant. Like, I said before, it's like the safest card they could have printed for the Wizard expansion slot, but it is far from bad. So, we can Kano one more time here. Then it has to be like a 0 cost or something. This is assuming we want to Crucible the Aether Arc. I think that's correct in this matchup. To just be aggressive. Is what are they going to do about it? Find a Voltic. So, yeah, we don't... Well, shoot. I mean, this essentially makes the Ponder token useless because we know what's on top of our deck. Blazing is a fine Arsenal target, though, so I guess it doesn't matter. So we'll fire off this Arc for 2. Get humbled. We don't really care. Set up a boom, lesson, pitch stack we're never going to see. We'll just snap off the energy potion, pass. Ooh, okay. So now we're cooking with some power cards. Seeing, yeah, so again, Chain Lightning is like such an awkward card to draw, but there is a world where you can do a Ragamuffin thing with it. All right, so they do Scale Peeler. We don't care. We have exactly 1 point of equipment block. That is now none point of equipment block. They don't even have Orbido class. Like, I don't think Uzuri cares about Kano at all. We'll see what they switch into. If it's a surgical, that's really bad. It's another Humble. I do not care this time, I don't think. Well, let's think about it. Chain Lightning can also be used as like a second Striders to like, we use our Striders on Wildfire from hand and then use Chain Lightning off Ragamuffins to play the Blazing from Arsenal. This doesn't care where the card is. So let's think. So we have 8 resource. So we can just bust Striders, play Wildfire for 4, have 5 resources remaining. Kano to Chain Lightning. If we wanted to buff it, we go down to no resource, right? Oh, we still get the Ragamuffin draw. So 5, 8 is 13. And then this would be 18. 13 plus 18 is enough. So let us Striders. This might go south if they have a Sigil in Arsenal. But that's better than like an Oasis or literally anything else. Can't play anything else, actually. So the question is, do we buff the Wildfire by 1? Probably can't afford to buff by 2. I guess we can buff with a Crucible, and then we can do the Metacarpus in response to the, or do the Ragamuffin Chain Lightning to the top of the deck in response to the Metacarpus trigger, which is a synergy that it took me a disappointingly long time to figure out, but it's actually super helpful being able to get that information to know if you can afford a Metacarpus. Feels sort of like after the fact, but with the way Metacarpus is worded, it's a whenever, so it's a trigger you can respond to. So we let the Crucible resolve. So then we play Wildfire, trigger Metacarpus. Break our Energy Potion. And now we Rags. Ooh, it's a Tome. I don't think that matters, though, because, like, we can't get that out of Arsenal any other way. So put Chain Lightning on top of the deck still. So we need those 4 resource to do Kano Chain Lightning. So we can buff the Wildfire with Metacarpus. So I guess that tangent about responding to the Metacarpus didn't really matter because red was like the bare minimum we could have drawn. So we definitely kill them here. I'm pretty sure. Definitely, probably. So banish Chain Lightning. So in this exact scenario is where Chain Lightning looks super good. I don't think it's good in every matchup. But in the go fast matchups, it's like a good combo extender. And we use the Blazing off the Chain Lightning. Cannot afford this. Yeah, so that was Wildfire for 6, Chain Lightning for 9, Blazing for 21. Yeah. Uzuri matchup is not a complete given, not like Teklevasin maybe, but occasionally they can do some surprising Sigil or Oasis shenanigans, but typically they just don't have any AB. Arachne gets memed on a lot. He's like my second favorite hero, so don't meme on Arachne too much. But that's actually a matchup I'm much more scared for as Kano, because they can do AB3, they can play all the Oases, they can try to play it slow, banish your good combo cards off the top of your deck. So it's that is much more threatening, I think, than Uzuri. Anyways, that was interesting. Uzuri is represented a lot more, so we need to know how to play that one. Ooh, I haven't seen Rhinar in a hot minute. Interesting. So we will go second. Which is not as game-ending as it is if you go second in Blitz against Rhinar, because then you just lose. So they'll probably have the easy AB3, which means that some Swell Tidings are going to be pretty good. We could bring in like the Sink Belows and Oases, but Rhinar's Intimidation makes that uniquely problematic for our defensive plan, I should say. So we, I don't know, would it have been right to take the play here and like go second? Or take the play and go second, that doesn't make sense. Take the play and play Tunic is what I mean. Sorry, my brain is in 16 different places. So let's do this. And we play Cloak. Okay, so I have AB3, but AB3 slightly different way. They want Goliath Gauntlet that badly, I guess. So we're going to try to go fast. Okay, do they just beat Chest their last card here? They don't. I'm surprised they don't do that to set up the agility. Like, that seems That seems good to me. But I don't know anything about Rhinar. Maybe they're afraid of what I can do. I'll just try to... Oh, depot. I mean, that's a good find. Opens up some explosive combo possibilities. Aether Arc. Do we keep the flare? Probably not, right? It's like, we can Kano... Let's Kano again. To find energy potions. So that was probably the best thing we could have found in that scenario. So now we essentially get to say, give us a ponder, which is equivalent to a card later, if you want to keep your card, or give us that card now and you don't get an arsenal. So we'll see what they do. Okay, they wanted their card. Maybe they don't want their card. So now we're stuck in the undo loop. Talishar, I think, is... Why would you not just play that? Like... I mean, I guess I won't question it, but... I'm a little nervous. Not really nervous. I'm a little confused. So we didn't deal any damage, but what the hell is this? 4 reds, huh? Do we just play the tone? Or do we just, like, very painfully pitch to the spindle? Finding the wildfire this early is good. Ugh, this is... This is so bad. This is the second time today I've drawn an all-red hand. And they're really trying to get us, aren't they? We can't afford this. So we can keep our blazing because it's even better having it in hand when we have the depot. See if they just give us a blue here. They do. It's a reckless swing. And there's our blues. Okay. We probably can't kill them for 40, can we? Like, not with some kind of additive thing. Like a flare or sonic boom. Oh, this is still up here. So, it's actually fine for it to be up there because I can see all of my shenanigans down here. Having the second depot is like, okay. Doesn't really do anything excellent. We'll pass. Club Rhinar has been more of a thing recently. I think, yeah, let's Kano here. What's the worst that can happen? Well, we were just talking about this, this eventuality. Okay. So, yeah, we're definitely going to banish that. So, do we, like, we can wildfire, get the blazing on top of the deck with depot. So we know we boom into it. The fact that they pitch 2 reds here makes me think they have another red. Because why else would you do that? Because you wouldn't want to arsenal like a do-nothing blue. So we could just shoot this for 4. I'm not gonna, like... So if we wildfire... Yeah, so is wildfire for 6. Say they block 1. So wildfire for 5. Boom for then 8 into blazing, which is then 13, 18. So blazing deals 18, and they've taken 20, 31. So that's not enough. By by itself, I don't think. Ooh, Lesson in Lava. Yeah, so at this point we are not going to... I mean, we don't want to fire off the wildfire like after we've played a card. But now we'll see if they pitch to block this. If they don't, we can grab a tome and just try to keep trying to string things together. Yeah, so whatever their card is, they're very into it. Yeah, so we'll shuffle our deck. We've dealt 6 damage this turn. So just doing a value blazing for 6 isn't really that bad. Because there's nothing else we could do that would be that much damage. Because we could tome. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna we're gonna do value blazing for 6. Yeah, so had we known that was a Lesson in Lava, maybe we could have done enough damage with our wildfire thing. It's blazing for 7. Oh, because we crucibled the boom. Well, still, that's A+. So they're at 26. We have all of our equipment. We don't really have a turn. That is the downside here. But that's fine. With this isn't good. This is, well, tome. The tomes are always good when you have a depot. This is one of the beat chest ones. Yeah, so they can kind of double intimidate here, which is really good. Although I think I'm happy to just let them do that. Because they can't kill us here. So now we can just do this and chip in damage with Spindle for 5. We deal 2, fine. Ooh, bunch of reds. You know, I'm so tempted to draw the Tome of Aetherwind because we have the depot. We have Tome of Findle, which is... It's interesting because we can sort of get... Not free resource from depot, but... Yeah, so these are all... these are both really good cards. I don't think we do the Spindle at the moment, though. We will keep the Tome of Aetherwind because we have the depot. We find a Veritas to go with. Okay. Alright, so they're pushing some damage here, breaking the Goliath Gauntlet. We'll see if they present something... Okay, so Show No Mercy. This will be Kano in response to Show No Mercy until we're out of cards, and then it gets +3 and we die to it. That's funny. So this is Show No Mercy for 8, Intimidate 1. So Pummel doesn't kill us. Yeah, they have too many cards in hand for my comfort. They cannot give it go again after the fact. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's probably a more impactful way they could have used the Goliath Gauntlet, like on a Send Packing or something, but maybe they're afraid at this point. Can we just play Yellow Tome? Find more Yellow Tomes. So okay now. Find a Dart. Find a Flare. I mean, that's technically fine because we'll probably get a card out of them for this. Oh, they pitch a red. Interesting. Bet they don't pitch again. Yeah. Okay, so can we draw 2 blues, please? No! Oh my god, no! Oh, shoot. I hope we don't die. That is... Okay, so they do assault and battery. Pitching 2 yellows. Even if they beat chest here, it's fine. They don't. And this is super awkward. Like, I want to keep the tome to use with Depot. But I think we actually just block 6 here. Play the tome. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, right? Good God. That was 4 reds in a row. And what sucks is that we can only get one of them out of hand. Because we can't pay for a full Kano unless we break our E-Pot. But I think keeping the Flare on a D-Pot turn is actually... Like, we could actually get somewhere with that. Okay, we get a yellow and a blue, which I guess after the last few cards we've seen, I should be happy about. But it's possible, though somewhat unlikely. But if they're just clubbing, I'm going to block. Because if I block for 3 and they pummel, we die. You could block nothing and make them have the pummel. Is Club Rhinar playing pummel? Like, it's probably not something we actually have to be afraid of. But I'm always, like, I always respect the pummel and the Razor Reflex in scenarios where it would make sense. Yeah, you know what? Do you have it? They have an agile wind-up to buff it for 1. Okay. When you discard a card. So that is an interesting trick, sort of like KO discarding one of those wind-ups to give the claw going at an instant speed. So that's actually pretty bad. I should have thought about that as a possibility. So... we can Kano... Like, we can Kano twice... and then have boom into flare. Then we can't afford anything is the problem. And they also have 2 cards left in hand. So we might have lost the game not thinking about agile windup. Because this was a more likely outcome than pummel, wasn't it? So we can Kano like this, Depot. Have the boom flare. So we have 6 resource available to us. We need 2, 3, 4, 5. And we also sort of need ragamuffins to be good. So... so we can Crucible have 2 floating. Yeah, let's break the pot. Striders. Yeah, we might be getting... well, it might... I don't know. This is going to be interesting. So we can afford the Crucible easy. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, we might not actually be able to afford the Crucible. So if we Crucible, then we play this, we'll have 1 floating. And if we hit a red off of rack, well, no, we know the top of the deck is flare, so that's not going to work, really. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to shoot this, shoot the boom. Yeah, I don't think we can afford the Crucible. For certain. Like, for absolute certainty. Okay, because we have 2 floating, and that's our boom, which hits the flare. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I don't think we do. Because now they can just dump their hand and block all but one of this. Okay, and at least one of those cards was a blue. So now we... If the other card is a blue... Well, this will deal 4 now. Okay, so we banish Aether Flare. Oh, so this needs to be a blue, right? Okay, good. So we can actually... I suppose we could... So, yeah. Do we lose because... We could have Crucibled the Wildfire. Oh, man. Okay. So it's just enough by 1? Wow. Okay. Man, that was not my most efficient play, that's for sure. But Rhinar in CC is like... presents an interesting problem for Kano, especially with the Intimidates. It's like the same problem that it presented in Blitz, which was just worse because of the low life totals. But this is actually really interesting. I'm sure I could have played that more efficiently, but we're just practicing here, honestly, and I'm open to criticism, of course, because constructive criticism, or criticism, excuse me, one given constructively is very educational. Okay, that was kind of cool.